Listen, you've had your time with Booth. Your relationship's over, all right? We're moving on from this point. This is James Holder for iFilm London. Today we're at the announcement of David Hayes' return fight on June the 29th. With me, I've got manager and trainer David Hayes, Mr. Adam Booth. All right, Adam?
How you doing, James?
I'm all right, thanks. I just want to say to all the people that are watching this interview, Coogan is not doing this interview. I'm doing this interview. Get over it. Simple as. How are you, all right?
I'm cool, yeah, you?
All right, yeah, I'm all right. I feel better. How do you think today went?
Well, we just have to wait and see now how people feel about it. David's, as a fighter, he's exciting, and as an individual, he's fun. And boxing's about excitement and about fun. It's about entertainment, and he's deadly serious about this. The Chisora fight was to deal with that grudge, and also the fact that Bunta said
the carrot was dangled, wasn't it?
Fight Derek, the winner fights Vitaly. He fought Derek, he beat Derek. The Vitaly fight didn't happen. He's not going to wait around anymore. He now wants to fight twice this year and push himself up to trying to be a mandatory challenger. And because he's deadly serious about it, I'm excited about it.
A year's a long time for him to wait on someone to literally pick up the phone and respond to what he's saying, isn't it?
Yeah, but remember as well, he was also in half a frame of mind that he was kind of retired, kind of not retired. And because of that, because of this waiting around for them, is he retired, is he not retired, he all of a sudden sat there one day and thought, it's okay, I'm not retired and I'm not waiting around for them, so I'm going to fight.
It's obvious David doesn't need money, as he said in the press conference today. You spend more time with him probably than any other individual. How much does he genuinely still love boxing?
Enough at this stage to convince me to be happy about the fact that he wants to fight again. And then over the next 3 months, I'm going to push him and test him in the gym, so he has to prove that he's happy and how badly he wants it. Because come fight night, he would have been tested heavily in the gym, and so I'll be happy.
These two fights coming up, you know yourself, he's going to have to fight someone ranked to get in that position, that mandatory position. Is someone like Manuel Charr really on the radar?
Well, Manuel Charr, yeah, he has a record and he's potentially an opponent. David knows that he can't fight two guys with no sort of credibility and ranking and expect to be a mandatory challenger. He knows he's got to fight guys that are going to improve him from the status he's at already. And he's already highly ranked, number 2 WBA, WBO 4 or 6. So he's got to fight guys that are going to push him from there up a little bit. So he knows he's got to fight. But then again, David has never been one to look for the easy route. He likes to have challenges and taking risks. So you can expect that on June 29th.
6 fighters you said you've been speaking to. Am I right in thinking Manuel Charr will be one of those?
It's 5 or 6. I'm not going to say any names. But I'm talking to people. We've got 14 weeks to go. It's plenty of time.
David looks already super fit. How long will go into proper training camp? Say probably 10 weeks between fight?
Well, firstly, he ain't super fit. Secondly,
thank you for pointing that out.
Secondly, we've done a couple of sessions this week, another one tonight. Then on Monday, we're going to go away to do some warm weather training. 2 weeks of conditioning with a bit of sun in your back, 2 sessions a day. Come back, another 2 weeks here, and then start the sparring maybe 10 weeks before, so he can start to get his timing back.
David, as you said before, heavyweight division seems to be very boring, very stagnant. Do you think David's going to come back with a new lease of life and just inject that fun into the boxing world?
Come back. How do you perceive the Chisora fight?
I thought that was a great fight. I thought it was a good fight. I was there. It was fun to watch, and it had an interest up with the backstory of it. It was great. I thought it was quite fantastic.
And David's about being entertained and being exciting as a fighter. So he performed poorly against Vlad. He's gutted about that. I'm gutted about that, and he knows he wants to right that wrong. Audley performed poorly against David. David didn't perform poorly that night. Audley did. But apart from those two, look at the rest of his career. He takes risks. He rolls the dice. He takes risks in the ring and out of the ring, and you can expect the same now for these next 2 fights this year.
Only thing I thought David done wrong with the Vlad fight is talking about his toe. The rest of the thing, whatever a boxer does, who am I to question a boxer's performance? It was just the aftermath of what happened. I think that's what gave people the narc ad, if I'm honest.
Well, I'm talking in a coaching perspective, and the Vladimir fight there were 2 parts to it. One, to negate Vladimir's attack, which David did perfectly, and the second one was then for David's attacks to be aggressive, and that's where he faltered for whatever reason. Now, the fact that he decided to talk about his tone, that was his choice. But remember, it was then the press's decision to blow it up all out of proportion, because if it had never been reported that he said that after that, it wouldn't. But you live and learn. I mean, you look at the Klitschko's. I'm sure that Vladimir blamed poisoned water in the corner for his loss.
Very right.
Lamont Brewster. Even last year, Vitaly was blaming his shoulder for a win. You know, so fighters come out with reasons and excuses. It happens. David just happened to be vilified by the one, ruined, should I say, by the one that he came out with. But since then, he's knocked out Derek. He's not going to wait anymore. He's back. He wants to be fun, exciting, entertainment, and get himself to a mandatory position.
When we was at the press conference for the Derek Chisora and David Haye, Manuel Charr piped up in that press conference. Was that the first time he'd come on David's radar, so to speak?
Yeah, David looked at me and said,
like, "Who's this geezer?"
He looked at me and goes, "Who's that?" And I knew it was Manuel Charr, because up to that point, Manuel Charr had been texting me and asking me to be his coach. Manuel Charr was asking me to coach him for the Vitaly fight. So I know who Manuel was. And again, Manuel's doing what heavyweights are supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be letting people know they're out there, because it's entertainment. Tyson Fury, Tyson's doing the right thing. Keep talking, keep winning, because that's what you got to do. You got to talk, you got to win, so that people hear and watch you, and you improve yourself as a fighter. And you know, both of those guys, Manuel Charr and Tyson Fury, are heavyweights with rankings who like to talk, who like to fight.
It's great for the game, isn't it?
It's what boxing needs.
Second fight. Tyson Fury is, I believe, ranked a little bit ahead of David in some of the rankings. Could that be a fight you would look to make for the second fight?
I worry about the second fight
after the first.
Well, I've got to deal with the first one first. He certainly isn't an opponent for this one.
So we can 100% rule him out.
He's certainly not an opponent for June. He's got a job.
April 20th, Steve Cunningham, I believe.
He has a job to do. Hope he does it. Steve Cunningham. People keep saying that Steve Cunningham's too small, that he's a cruiserweight. Steve Cunningham has been through everything in a ring. He knows exactly what to do, and he's seen lots of different styles. And he will ask questions of Tyson. So, you know, because Tyson's a heavyweight and a potential future opponent for David, I hope he performs, I hope he wins, I hope he does his job, and keeps doing what he does.
If David does, all things go well, get to this mandatory position, get the shot, he wins, can you see him going on, or will that be it? Will he then literally retire? Give us what your thoughts are.
You can't believe a word he says. You know, I'm retired, now I'm not retired. Now I'm retired, now I'm not retired. From my perspective, he retired when we agreed that he would. Then the Derek thing happened, we spoke about it, rolled on. And then since Derek, is he or isn't he retired? Are we waiting for them? Are we not waiting for the Klitschko's? And then he decided to grab it by the throat and say, this is what I want to do. That was a month ago, and then over that month I keep asking him to prove that he wants it, and he does. And he's excited, and so am I.
All right, well, Adam Booth, I'm going to thank you for talking to I From London. I'm glad today's a serious interview, and we can put a little line under the Koof saga. And thank you for giving me your time.
I appreciate and I respect proper questions, well-presented questions, and your professional manner.
Thank you, sir. I'll take that on board. This is James Holder, Adam Booth for I From London. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's it. Listen.
That's what you want, isn't it?
No, listen. You want to fucking...
Did you get the hug at the end? Did you get the hug at the end? Huh? You got the hug at the end? Okay, right.
So what?
Look, listen. We've had this chat. We've had the chat.
What chat? You don't want to be interviewed. Like, you don't want to be interviewed.
All right, calm down. We've got to move on from this guy's death.
I'm off because I've got to do the big bang in there.
Cool.
The big bang.
They help me, son.
The big bang.
James, wicked. Great job, son.
See you again.
Fucking arsehole.
He's all right. I mean, it's fine.
You're a fucking arsehole.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're just a proper arsehole.
I don't think he's as smug today as he's normally been. Thought he come across all right.
Just digging me out again, aren't you? Fucking prick. Oh shit, I did turn the fucking camera off.